Oakland native John Janosko lost his job after a bout with drug addiction. For the past 3 years, he's lived at the Wood Street Commons, a sprawling, self-run camp under the interstate.
We moved down here because the city of Oakland, the police department, told us at one point when we were in North Oakland that if you go down to Wood Street, you guys would be okay, you won't be bothered, you know, and we came down here and basically set up shop. And everyone that came down here made the best out of the situation because they were told to come down here, and they did what they could to give it a homely feel, and we just turned it into a more community. And people have to share certain things because you interact with one another and you get that human connection and that, you know, that bond that is built between people.
As we go forward, as the forces of this capitalistic, imperialistic state evermore try to crush against the back, try to displace people from their homes, try to say that it is criminal, that it is illegal to be different, to choose to live in a different way, to struggle. We say no. We say yes to community. We say yes to togetherness. And may this community live on. May the Wood Street Commons go forward in goodness and in health.
Our setting is more outdoors and more of a free and open because walls have a tendency to depress people, you know, because when you leave here and like where they want us to go is into these apartments, isolated in this room, you know, without contact with other people. We don't like living like that. We set up a kitchen because so many people were donating food, so there was organization about it. People donated a lot of clothes and stuff, so we set up a clothing closet and hung up all the clothes. So it was like going into a boutique. You can go shopping, you know, look for the clothes and stuff like that. Our goal was to bridge the gap between the housed and the unhoused community by showing them that there's not too much difference between us. It's just basically that you guys have walls and we don't. Nobody's turned away for any reason because none of us out here are God. None of us are God. We don't have the right to judge anybody for anything, and we don't know what people have gone through.
Thank you for bringing your spirit and your medicine and for resisting and walking this path of beauty with us. I can't tell you enough. It's so good to be family with you all.
Jazz, a transgender woman originally from the East Coast, was living out of her car when she first heard about Wood Street.
At first glance, this place looks kind of rough around the edges. What have you found here that you couldn't find before?
Community and solidarity and like a mutual care for one another, regardless of your ability to participate or where you come from, who you are. These spaces organically develop under the system that we have now for a reason, because people need mutual support. Like when you're previously incarcerated or when you have some mental health or substance use issues, that's going to bar you from getting a job, holding down a job, getting housing, holding down housing. There's all these like things that are set in place, so you need a space where you can work through those things at your own pace.
But time is running out for the Wood Street community. Earlier this year, the city of Oakland ordered the camp to be shut down to make way for a new apartment complex. Residents were issued an eviction notice with grim alternatives. Move into mini cabins or shelters where movement is restricted with just 90 days to find more permanent housing, or return to the uncertainty of the streets.